But that's what it said before for two minutes. Okay. Now it started. Okay. Good afternoon. Good morning for people in North and South America, and good evening for anyone joining us from Asia. It's a great pleasure to have you. I have two colleagues of mine here. Nikki, hi.
Hi, everyone. I'm Nikki. I'm from the UK, and I'm the Chief of Staff at EON.
Excellent. And hi, Brita. Where are you?
Hi there, everybody. I am currently in Portugal. So very nice to meet you all. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. And my name is Stanley Escaron Chairman, and I'm currently normally in Laguna Beach in California, but today I'm in Cancun or Tulum in Mexico. We are meeting here with government. So without further ado, I'm so excited about this session today because I'm going to show you something that I want to be humble, but I think can be quite interesting. I've got comments like blow your mind and things like that. I'm not sure, but in the end, I will do a little poll and see if you like what you see. So without further ado, I will share my screen and we'll get going. Let's get going. Okay, now you should be able to see my screen.
We can.
All right. Okay, so we're going to learn today how you can harness the power of artificial intelligence and extended reality to completely transform education, not only with academic institutions, but also with corporation enterprises and with government. So I'll do a quick introduction, and I want to go straight to how this works. And we'll do that in two ways. I'll give you a generic example and a video, and then we're going to use particular specific examples. So based on people that were registered, I've noticed that, for example, we have University of East Finland. That's one of them. So they will do customized courses for them. Then we're going to move on to the companies. There is an organization from South Africa called Signa Holding. So we're going to create experiences and courses for them. And then finally, we'll end up with government, and we stick to South Africa. And there's a mineral council that I understand has to do with government. So in this way, we get a balance between these three, what I call the triple helix, right? The government, the academia, and enterprises. We can also look at how this can be adopted not only to English. English is the common lingua franca, but we're also going to do it for other languages. 82 languages options in the comments. If you want a specific language, you can click there and we'll show you. So that's language inclusion. After that, we'll do marketplace. And what we've done and successfully roll out is this marketplace that creates a ripple effect in knowledge. So you can create your own courses, advertise them on a marketplace, and start generating revenue. 80% of the revenue goes to you. And finally, we can also have a little bit of a glimpse in the future. We're going to look at something called IntelliScan. IntelliScan has to do with how the AI recognizes our world in the physical reality, or it could be actually in the virtual reality also, but help us, guide us, assist us, show us and tell us things in real time to improve our lives. Okay. And of course, we'll end up with some question and answers. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. So first of all, I'll start with a video. Here's what I showed, I think last time we had the event, but the big difference today is that we're not going to only look at the video, we're going to actually do it. So typically what's happening, the process is that we get a curriculum, which is text-based. We import that curriculum into EON. We get a PDF, and then EON digests that. Our artificial intelligence engine looks through all the text, the images, everything, prepares, uploads, identifies the lesson. In this case, it's about 450 lessons, and then generates the lessons. So in this case, you can see that from that text, we were able to do fluid catalytic cracking. That was done at 508.46 seconds. And then we do flowing wells and chokes. It was done at 508.45 seconds. So it's a 1 second difference between those. And this was done at 43, so 2 seconds before. So literally doing what used to take months to do in minutes, right? In this case, in 4 minutes. Now, that's quantity. What about the quality of what we're doing? So let's go inside and look at the quality. So in this case, totally phenomenal. In those seconds, it generated, this is what I see on my laptop. It generated
an experience about oil field electricity, electrified equipment. The procedure of oil field electricity, electrified.
So what happens here is first the avatar takes me to the lesson that is generated. It contains knowledge portals, videos, text, image, 3D models, and it shows me and it tells me what this is all about. And this can be in an object format or whole environment, as you can see here.
The core is made of laminated iron to minimize energy losses. The primary winding receives the input voltage, while the secondary winding delivers the output voltage.
So this is on the phone, what 7 to 8 billion people have, but it could also be done on other devices because EON is totally agnostic. So it can be used with what you see on my head, which is, many people have seen it, launched last week, Vision Pro from Apple, or why not a little cheaper device, which is this this Meta solution, Meta 3, or it can be used on my mobile phone. Now, not only does it create the lessons, but it also generates the curriculum, certification, and assessment. Let's listen in. What is the purpose of generator electrical systems? And
which component of a transformer is responsible for transferring electrical energy from one coil to another?
So the beauty of this solution is that we, in minutes, can go from text to extended reality. Nobody's questioned the value of extended reality. We know for a fact, and I'm not saying EON, Stanford, MIT, big companies like Exxon have for decades said that people using this type of immersive learning learn faster, retain information longer, and make better decisions. That's indisputable. The problem has been that it's been too complicated to do it. And that's the nut that we have cracked. Now, another problem has been languages. So we start with English. Then we switch to Turkish.
Daha sonraki aşamalarda sizin için üreteceğimiz içerik.
So this can switch from Turkish to 82 languages. So what about Vietnamese?
Quản lý nhà hàng là quá trình tổ chức và.
What about Chinese?
以教育和培训的学生的方式回答您的问题。
3D models.
Hej, jag kommer att svara på dina frågor.
So you get it. So the text, the images, before only the text and the voice was converted. We couldn't do the 3D models in the local language. We couldn't do the videos in the local models. That has changed. What I showed you so far is hard skills. What about soft skills? What about the ability to learn how to best do a role play for negotiating, for example, a contract, what you learn in MBA, or how to do project management, or hospitality, things to do with how to do a check-in at a hotel. We can do that, but now we can also do it in other languages. I'm going to use Spanish as an example. So what you see here.
Hola a todos. Voy a demostrar la función juego de roles, conversación de IA de la aplicación de EON.
Obviously, if you don't speak Spanish, it's not so easy, but what I'm going to show you is first learn. In this case, we select the operation of a hotel and how to operate a hotel. And then we do role play, and you can do a check-in training session. And we select our opponent, who that is. So we can see here we have Roberto, that is a very busy guy, and Isabel, that is someone else. We select the personas, and then we teleport ourselves. This is remarkable. I need to pause it. So you need this. He's in his kitchen doing this in Spain, but when he clicks comenzar, which means beginning, it's gonna teleport him to a beautiful resort where he's checking in this hotel, and he's speaking in Spanish. Now there are 3 steps with this. So the customers ask him a question, he has to respond in real time, and based on that, he's going to be judged.
Sí, preferiría un cuarto tranquilo y con una cama grande, por favor.
So that's the
Además,
avatar.
me gustaría tener acceso a internet de alta velocidad.
And now,
No hay problema. Nuestro cuarto número 132 está disponible para usted.
that's the real person that has to train how to
El cuarto número
welcome.
132 suena bien.
So they're talking
Podría
about the
confirmarse.
room, what kind of room he can get, whether they have 24 hours service, and he has to respond in the customer in a good way. Now, here's the beauty of this. After he's doing that, he's going to be judged how well he did. And in this case, whether he passed the test. And unfortunately, he did not. It's 44%. You can see here, he had a high score in the efficiency of the process. He was an efficient person, but he had a low score here in addressing specific needs, etc. I don't speak very well Spanish, so I'm kind of guessing my way through here what he says. But here's the beauty.
Haga clic en resumen o detalles para obtener más información.
Como se puede ver, la puntuación final ha sido de 40.
The best part of this is that not only do you get how we scored, but you get a resume, a summary, and you get what you should have done instead. So you actually have an opportunity with concrete guidance what you should do to improve your score. Okay, so that's soft skills. Now, we know, you know, that for the last 70,000 years, what has advanced humanity and intrigued humanity is not only courses. It started with stories. Humanity have done legends and stories as long as recorded history we can remember. So how do you do stories that are fluent? How do you do quests? The other thing is games and quests and challenges, whether you have a quest to pretend that you killed a mammoth. So EON is releasing something we call stories and quests. And these stories and quests enable you to, for example, speak with Napoleon.
Hello, Mr. Bonaparte. Please tell me about the siege of Toulon.
The siege of Toulon, a pivotal moment in my military career. It took place in 1793.
Yeah, so you can see here is describing what's remarkable is depending what is asked, in this case Toulon, you notice the 3D model, 3D environment is changing because it's text to 3D. So if he wasn't in a mine, it would be a mine. If it's crossing the Alps, it's snowy. If it's going to Waterloo, which is a question, the scene will be the Waterloo. So we adapt that. Okay, enough with videos. Let's do something real now. So we'll come back to this. The first thing we're going to do, actually, I'm suggesting that we start with academia. And I said that I'll pick an academic institution from one of the participants. In this case, we will do Finland because we have a participant from University of East Finland. So all I do, obviously, I don't have at the moment their curriculum because normally I would like to see their curriculum, the text. And then based on that, I will be able to create the lessons in extended reality. So for now, I will use this way to generate the course curriculum. So I put Finland, which academic organization? Let's say Finland, University of East Finland, sorry. University of East Finland. And let's say for the purpose of this demo, we'll do 10 courses. Okay, and we will do, let's put that as 2. And then answer to number 3, we'll do 10 lessons, okay? Okay, just a second. Someone is calling me. I'll have to turn that off, sorry for that. So now what's happening? It's going through the courses and it's looking at the structure. It looks at the job market in the country in question, in this case, Finland, and what type of jobs are in demand in the region. And it takes into account the language, the tradition, the culture. It also identifies what skills and the education courses should be generated. Then the shortcomings, how well the academic institution addresses those needs, but also takes into account the artificial intelligence impact on jobs, because we don't want to create courses that will be preparing students for jobs which will prepare them to be perfectly unemployed people, meaning jobs that are replaced by AI. So when we take all these considerations, in this case, you can see here that the sectors identified were let me start here quickly. We'll see that what it says is the job market is prioritizing things like information technology, renewable energy. The language, obviously, it's a Nordic Swedish language that dominates. The education requirements, the IT is a booming sector. There's a lot of need for people in AI machine learning. Renewable energy is another hot topic. Healthcare, because of an aging population. And the shortcomings that they identify is AI ethics, application healthcare. And then based on this is suggested 10 courses. And then based on this is also suggesting 10 lessons. Okay. So that's what it did. Let's take that, copy it, and create our course catalog for the university sample, I should say. So I'll put it in Word. I will close this one. Was done for South Africa before, and this was the one done for all the universities in South Korea. So you can start to see here the speed with what we can create things, as you'll see in the next few seconds, quite remarkable. So I will give it a title. The title will be University of East Finland. There you go. And we call this a course catalog. Okay. So there we go. We have that. We'll save this as a title. And we will put it in the folder here, University of East Finland. And then we also want to get, because right now we will create the courses as I promised on the fly. We want to make sure that we have relevant courses. Just a second. Okay, so these ones were there. Well, actually, I didn't copy the last part here. This is the most interesting part for me. What did I? Augmented, yeah, we do have that. So with that, let's select those 10 lessons only. So I call it top 10 lessons. And there's two ways of doing it. One, I can restrict it a lot by saying you're only allowed to do courses from specific materials that we have. For that, I would need to get the actual paper documents. Or I can give it, so I call it here sample lessons. Or I can give it free time. So I'm not going to actually restrict it. I'll give it free range, which I'll do in this example. I remove all the details. The benefit of that is, in this case, it will go and find the best of the best, right? So it looks in what Mayo Clinic has in medicine, maybe what Stanford University provides in machine learning. So it's not restricting it in any shape. If I want to restrict it, there's actually a way to do it. So let me look here. It looks pretty clean. We will save this. I'll remove the parentheses and create the PDF. So here we go. We have the PDF. We export that. And then we go to EON. So in EON, you can see here, I have a marketplace. This is where people that have published and created content and they sell it. So for example, let's say basic automotive services. I can click on this. I can see a description. I can buy it for $20. Before I buy it, I may want to see the report, what this lesson contains, or which videos, with text, with images, with 3D models, with step-by-step procedure, 3D assessment, etc. So I can see that. It's a complete report. We'll come back to that. Or I can go back to this and I go to my workspace and I click on AI Ready. So on AI Ready, I click on Import Syllabus. So here I go. I have that. And one of these here should be University of Finland. Where is it? East Finland. There you go. Catalog. So let's take that. And we click Next. So now we are reading this text. We are preparing the artificial intelligence for generating the courses, processing, and you can see that those courses have been identified. And then if we like what we see, we can add new ones, we can take away, and then we let the AI do its job. I call it putting the cookies in the oven. Now, it does take a little bit of time to create those. because now it's going to actually do a lot of work in the background. But meanwhile, while we do that, is because we released this feature officially a week ago. During this week, we created more courses in 1 week than we've done basically in more than 2 years at EON. So just to give you a flavor of what's happened, if I open another instance here, you can see if I click on AI Ready and I go to syllabus created to date, you can see here, we started with this one a week ago. And each one, if I take this Battery Medical College in South, this is in, I think is Saudi Arabia, yes. So you can see telemedicine, pediatric care. If I go further down here, we can see in Brazil, what the focus has been there, archaeological principles, architecture and green technology. And then you can see this continues, goes on and on and on and on and on and on. So it's not only the quantity, it's the quality. So if you look at large systems online, such as Coursera or Udemy, we are not only creating the next generation online learning, but we are doing also in terms of quantity and quality something quite remarkable. Now let's go back. Meanwhile, we see here University of East Finland. We get the green symbol. That means that our lessons have been completed. Now you can see here how you can use interactive case studies. So Nikki, I need your help to pick one. What do you think? Interactive case studies for sustainability, immersive Finnish cultural experience. What would you like to pick one?
Let's go with immersive Finnish cultural experiences.
Yeah, that looks really cool. I've never seen that. So let's click. Now there's two versions of EON AI Ready. One is AI Ready Lite. That's the one I use now. And there's AI Ready Complete. So what's the difference?
Choose an AI
the AI Ready Lite.
Hi. I will answer your questions tailored for university
is building
students.
Things like you do to Subway. It builds things in front of my eye. So here I will select, I can select myself. AI Ready Complete generates everything for me. So I think I love this beautiful picture here. So that's the one that I'm going to use for my thumbnail. And now all I have to do is to, as I said, go to Subway and say, I want this, I want tomatoes, but I don't like onions because I'm allergic. So it's going to build it for you in front of your eyes. If you don't want to do that and you don't have the time, you just say AI Ready Complete. You go have a cup of coffee, come back 10 minutes later, and it's created everything for you. But I thought it was useful to do this because now I can actually go in here. We can see the happy Finnish.
Immersive Finnish cultural experiences offer a holistic journey through Finland's rich heritage.
So I will not continue here. I'll stop this because I want to show you the benefit of this already. So if I say...
I'm your AI guide. You can ask me anything.
So I will publish this, what I've done so far. And already without actually doing much, what I should have done if I had time, I would have gone to next, and maybe I'll show you in the example when we do the government or companies. But now I just want to get to the point and see how this lesson that was created can be experienced. So I will go to experiences, and you can see immersive Finnish experiences was done at 9:56. Where I am right now, it's 9:56. And already on this level, you can see that it picked out, even before I open EON, I can quickly understand what is in the context of University of Finland. Students can participate in sauna session, relax, socialize, folklore studies, nature walks, things related. This was not a specifically, let's say, high scientist, but I think given that Finns live longer than most people, and sauna has proven to improve cardiovascular health, I think that's a good thing to show. So now, what about, I think this on my laptop, what if I have a headset? Or better still, what if I have what 7 billion people have, which is, I'm now on my phone. Okay, so you are seeing a copy of my phone. Okay. And I think Finland is a good place because Finland was where everything started with Nokia back in the days, right? But now the whole world have smartphones. There are more smartphones than humans. So,
hi Dan Ledgerscar. Would you like to create with guided assistance, explore the physical world with AI
this
assistance,
is real,
hone
right?
your soft.
So I could create the lesson, but we're not going to create the lesson now. We're going to actually go and enjoy the lesson created for Finland, right? So what's happening is that it goes to the database. What I posted on and created on my laptop, it's automatically propagated on my phone, on my tablet, on my headset. So what's unique with EON is that we have that ability. So, and then I'm going to the immersive Finnish experience. I have three options now. I can either start a meeting and invite you all to Finland, and you'll join me here, and you'll see that we'll be in Finland in a snowy environment, or we can say, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to actually edit this. I will not just use AI. I want to put my own touch on this, right? I want to create this adapted for my needs. So here we go.
Hi. You're in edit mode for immersive Finnish cultural experiences. I'm your AI guide. You can ask me anything.
Let's do something here. Let's add something here. I can say, hospital. So I'm adding something. I could have said a snow mounting, whatever. I just want to show the ability that you're not subjugated to, what AI does. You can at any time take what it did and put your own color, and you can be in a fully immersive environment, even if you only have a phone. So this is the hospital, and I click on one-to-one, and now notice that I'm in a hospital. So now I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to walk around in this hospital, right? And you can see that I can walk around. I can go to this disposal area and see what's inside. But at any point, I can turn back to reality. And now in reality, I am in Tulum, very close to the Mayan pyramids. So going from virtual to real on a phone, on something that everybody has, it's very easy. So let's say I'm happy with this change. I will save it. And the next step I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go in and send this to my student, and he has to be assessed on this particular lesson. So you can see here's the lesson.
Hello. This is an experience about immersive Finnish cultural
So let's say I know everything about this. I'm an expert.
Next I will explain.
Which I'm not. I'm from Sweden, so I've been to Finland, of course, many times. But here, what I want to demonstrate, I lend the instructor, and now
I'm your AI guide. You can ask me anything.
So now I want to be certified.
Start quiz challenge. The time of which Finnish cultural event celebrates the summer solstice?
Oh my God, I have no clue. Okay, it was pure guess. Sorry, Finnish participants. Okay, immersive Finnish. So now let's do something more complicated.
Start Jeopardy challenge.
Okay.
Go to. What activity involves witnessing the mesmerizing natural light display in the Arctic skies, a phenomenon often associated with Finland?
Aurora Borealis. Northern Lights. Okay, I wasn't too far. I knew the Latin
This
name.
academic field focuses on the traditional beliefs, customs, and stories passed down through generations in Finland.
Folklore studies. Okay. So I can click
These
here.
live events showcase traditional Finnish music and are often.
And I can actually go on this was not hands-on, but if I wanted to learn how to take apart a ventilator in that hospital, I could have done it. So now if I feel that I wasn't that good, I can actually go through this detailed created course about, so here I get the whole experience about Finnish cuisine, design that's worldwide known, and everything is cited. So this is references to peer-reviewed papers. I have my lesson. I have my closure. I have the pedagogical aspect of this outline of the syllabus for that course. I also have all my learning objectives and the quiz, everything I need to roll this out tomorrow, right? So you can see from the conception to doing the complete class was very, very fast, right? So let's see how I'm doing on time. We are 32 minutes in, right, Nikki? So we still have 28 minutes, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so are you a little bit impressed? You know, I can tell you I was, because, you know, the speed, it's seldom you can reach quality and quantity, right? But I think with this, we can demonstrate both. I know that I promised to do company, but I'm afraid that we may not have time to cover both. So if we were to choose between government or enterprise, Nikki, what would you think we should choose? Either Signa Holdings or the Mineral Councils of South Africa. Let's choose one.
I like government. I want to know about the Mineral Council.
Okay, Mineral Council. Okay, so I'm going to go here and create the catalog for the government, for the country, so to speak. And let's go to country, right? And I'm going to clear the one we had here, run it. And I see here, I will say that we want to do it for the South African Mineral Councils. Mineral Council. And then let's do the same, 10 courses and 10 lessons. Now, the nice thing with this is I want to see some minerals here, right? I want to see the actual minerals in 3D, the crystals or whatever it's produced here. So same approach here. The difference is that it looks at the country. It looks like which country type of minerals exist in that. If I have selected Signa Holdings, which was the alternative, was similar activities there. So based on that, it will select the right courses. Now, meanwhile, are there any questions while we let this cook a little bit? Any questions from your side? Brita,
there is one question here, if it could modify the AI-generated content. So
yeah, and the answer is yes, everything. You can change everything. If you remember, I didn't like, I can delete the videos, I can delete text, I can add, in my case, I added a hospital. I'm pretty sure that in the next example, I'll probably like to do my own minerals. Now, EON has the world's largest library for learning in 3D. So if you want minerals, or you want Machu Picchu, or you want the particle accelerator in CERN, we have it. We have a huge library. On top of that, we released also the ability to use text to 3D. So if you say, I want to see one day in Cleopatra's life in her chambers, we can actually generate that environment on the fly, okay? So with that said, here it is. We have the advanced mining technology, sustainable mining practices, mineral processing, safety in mining, blockchain in mining, leadership in mining, etc. And based on this, we have various courses. So let's do the same. I'll try to be quiet so I can repeat what I did before. I think you got the point. So I'm just going to save the whole course catalog. I'm going to do this. I call it the South African Mineral Council. Let's do this. It's saved. And I have it. Let's create title and copy, save as. Okay, it's done. And then let's just pick up some of these lessons. We'll do only 5 now. Mining, Prati, AI, something with minerals. I would like to have something with minerals also, because mineral processing. Okay, I like that one. I'll add that. Okay, because I have a big collection of minerals actually, so it's something that interests me personally. So now I will delete everything there, and we call this lessons. Okay, those are the ones we picked, and this one I have to take down, and font format. Okay, and advanced. Okay. Okay, so that's our 6 courses there. Let's save that. Obviously, you wouldn't do 6 courses. You would probably do, much more than that. Or even better still, you may have your own courses today, like you saw in the video that I showed to you. Okay, any case, now we can go here. We can go to AI Ready. We go to import syllabus. We go to import, and we'll find this out. South African Mineral Council course catalog. Open it up. Say next. Preparing, uploading, and processing. So now we confirm. I'm very excited about this one. As you do this, if you do it on devices like this, then it's a different ball game, because then you have those in your full field of view. But I must say that even for mobile phones, which most people have, it's quite remarkable to create this type of experiences. So mineral processing, that's the one I want, because I want to see that. So again, we're going to do the same, but the difference here is that I'm going to actually build these minerals in 3D, in 3 dimensions. So
choose an AI persona to shape the tone and style.
So I'm going to actually use
Hi, I will answer your questions that secondary school students can understand.
I intentionally selected someone from secondary school and that has a South African accent. I forgot to tell you, you can design your avatar to be however you want, right, for your specific needs. So, and not only any language, but also any accent, right? So in this case, it's a South African accent, so it's building the minerals, and it's talking. I'm very curious to see what it picks up. So it talks about data collection, predictive maintenance, risk assessment. Oh, this is cool. Remote
In mineral
monitoring.
processing, involves collecting data from various sources such as sensors and equipment. Remote monitoring in mineral
So I can probe this, anything there.
Machine learning algorithms in
and you can see here the different mining, but I will interesting, and I can
select
Welcome to the
subtopic to search
presentation.
for 3D models.
This presentation is given by Midas Tech International. In this presentation,
Here are some additional activities you can do. Add more objects, assessments, and annotations. Try out some quizzes or chat with the AI to explore the subject further.
And then I'm going to actually build those minerals in my room with persistent tracking based on what has been created. So we use the same procedure here. We go to my phone. It should switch. There you go. I will close that. I'm going to EON XR. I'm going to pick the mineral essence. I'm going to add more minerals. Let's see. So let's close that, because that offers us, by the way, there were 4 buttons there. One is create, one is role play, which I showed you the video. The other one is explore, and you can actually explore reality. So instead of exploring virtual things, you can inject knowledge in your physical environment. So if we have time, we could show you that also. But my key focus now is to show you AI Ready. So I pick this one. I go straight to edit. And I'm going to add some beautiful minerals. Okay, there we go.
Hi, you're in edit mode for AI in mineral processing.
So I put here
I'm your AI guide. You can ask me anything.
And then I'm going to go for geology. So now it's looking for 3D type minerals. So I have some options here in 3D. Let's pick those ones here. mineral samples. Let's pick that. And I remember when I studied geology, which was on one of my courses, it was very difficult to learn it. I mean, I could learn on pictures, right? But it's a totally different thing to have it, pick them up, interact with them, look at how the sun, the light reflects if it's crystallites, and you get a totally different understanding. And here we go. You can see I can actually close that here, and actually let me do that. So now it's going to tell me about these things, and I can move them from there to there, and you can see the level of detail here, right? Pretty amazing. I can even go inside those crystals. And I didn't go to the course or anything. I was interested in this case in the 3D aspects. But still, all the goodies that you saw before in regards to the mineral processing, the risk assessment, the algorithms, how this is used, the courses, everything is still generated as we see previously. So I hope this gives you a little insight on the benefits of using AI Ready. And, I have 2 masters. I never finished my PhD, but for me, if I had anything like this in school, forget about, university, but even imagine for kids having this when they're in K-12, it really can change their life in terms of learning and education. I know that we didn't do enterprise. We do work with many companies. So as a compensation for that, I'll just give you 2 examples how this is used in enterprise. And if you are interested in that, you're welcome to contact us. Here are some examples. One of them is Children's Hospital of Orange County, and they are using it.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Morty. I am the Chief of Cardiology at Children's Hospital of Orange County.
I'm Ramin. I'm one of the 3rd-year pediatric residents at CHOC.
We wanted to talk about...
So what they do today, before EON, they used to have pictures of that looked very primitive like this, explain to the parents what's going to happen with the children. Now they actually have full immersive experiential solutions. They use this also to calm patients down. So they have attributes in reality like little bears that guides this, release anxiety. We use this for airports. The Changi Airport, which is rated the #1 in the world, help decreasing their training time with up to 40% for emergency training procedures. SPT Transit, they are doing engines. We help them to 2,500 employees to shorten the training times. Sandal Corporations, we are working with them. And it's Sandal Corporation is here in Caribbean, and they are hospitality services. So we help them to train people for things like that. So a lot of things in that area. Okay, on that note, we have cleared out the part of the webinar related to AI Ready. If you are interested, just reach out to us. You can test it. You can even send you which company or organization you are, and we can definitely help you there. But keep in mind that EON has many assistants. So far, we've been focusing on one thing, which is course creator with hard skills.
Introduction to mechatronics.
And hard skills is all about the fact that I want to have a robot in my living room, right? Or expensive equipment that I may not be able to afford. We briefly talk about soft skills.
I'm Michael, and I'm fed up with the ongoing issues I've been facing. I demand a lasting solution this time.
So is this Australian chap?
First of all, please accept my apologies.
So I'm exposed for him. He's an unhappy customer, and it trains me how to do and how to behave, and it tells me how well I did.
That will restore my faith in your company's service.
And
now we're gonna look at how well.
Let's see. I didn't do so well. Actually, I did okay, but I didn't do well. I passed the test just barely. So I was good at apologies, empathy, but I wasn't good at taking responsibility. So now if you do it several times, it's going to be better. So that's soft skills. We talked about story. We didn't talk about this.
Welcome to Laguna Beach, a coastal city in Orange County, California. This is a home office.
So what happens, this we call IntelliScan. So what happens here is that I'm swiping my phone in the physical reality, not in the virtual reality. And the AI identifies everything in that room, the printer, what's happening, and then it describes and can guide me and assist me in the real life. Let's listen in what it says.
That are partially drawn. There is an exercise bike in the room. The room is brightly lit with natural light from the window. The bookshelf has 3 shelves and is built into the wall.
So I asked it, okay, how do I replace my cartridge? And it showed me how to do it. So it's a very hands-on exploration-based solution. Now, so far, we talked about stories and quests.
Step into the mechatronics workshop.
And that we take in the context of Napoleon, but we can generate this for anything, for a control room environment, for a workshop environment. So that's what we call stories and quests. We also can take the user in a full metaverse experience. So rather than having this mixture of reality, we can do what we call a knowledge world.
Welcome to Virtual Campus with Ava, your portal to endless learning. Embark on a unique journey across our university campus, technical center, community.
So this one, instead of having buttons that you can push, you go to this campus and then you tell it what you want, and it's going to take you there. It's going to generate those things for you. So this is in the education market. In the enterprise market, we have something we call sales assistant. So let's say you want to sell your products and you want to explain in Japanese how those product works. You can do that. Let's say you are in a factory environment and you want to do a step-by-step maintenance procedure, and you want the physical environment to tell you what to do, this is how you repair me, right? This is what you need to do. You need to push this button, you need to do that, and the avatar will show you. If you are in safety procedures, to train safety arrangements, we can do that, etc. So there's a lot of applications in this arena. And of course, we also do guided tours, for example, for if you go to, I don't know, Pisa, and you want the guide, but it has to speak French. It can do that for you. So quite a lot of things we can do. I know we have 11 minutes left, so I have much more to share with you, but I would like to take a question and then I will give you my final remarks. Okay? Any questions? Anyone, Brita?
I think I covered them, so no, it's good.
Okay. So what is EON doing now? We have this amazing capability. So we are focusing to help in 4 steps, everything from countries to organizations in academia or in enterprise. It's a 4-step process. We do first a needs assessment, right? We try to understand what the needs are. We do then, and this, if it's a country, we look at the job market, we look at the education side, we look at the AI impact, and then we go to solution. And solution is the licenses, the software, but also to create the content. We also have something quite remarkable, I think, which is the Learn for Life Academy, where we actually welcome up to 500 students, and for 3 months they get fully immersed in this world. So they get job opportunities, they're being exposed for customers. We're aligning this with the curriculum, and I'll come back a little bit to that because I think this is a must for the future. We also work with innovation labs. So if you look at, for example, this small company called Apple, they spend billions and billions of dollars for dividing these devices, or Meta the same. But now, how do they use it? How do they make sure that we can innovate? And not only innovation comes from California, but also comes from any corner in the world. And that's what we do with the Innovation Hub. I'll come back to that also. Once we have the solution, we do the deliverables. For certain countries, we also are prepared to do grants. If you are a university, you can be eligible for a grant, which means that we cover the vast majority of the cost for you to deploy it. You become, especially in countries where we don't have a strong presence, this is something we are using to just open up the market. So don't miss that opportunity and contact us if that's something you are interested in. We provide a turnkey solution. What I mean by that is the cloud infrastructure. We work with AWS, Amazon Web Service. It scales, so if you have few users or many users, it's very scalable in the cloud. Tailored for, we provide this big library we provide perpetual licenses for usage. Once you create something, the creation is attached with the cost, and the know-how and resources so you can be successful. And finally, we look at the key success factors, such as in education, how many licenses do we deploy? What was the response to the tailor-made courses? In the job sector, how many people do we train? So we are also doing national rollouts. South Africa is an example. We work with Mercita. We started this project 2 years ago. We have rolled out 57,500 licenses in the country, 7,500 workers, 50,000 students. In fact, we are now, I just talked with them this morning to expand that process to 1 million. So it's very exciting. We provide them the infrastructure. We do the tailor-made courses. And we also do this, what we call the Learn for Life Academy. And the Learn for Life Academy is essentially when we welcome students from that country to the culture of Silicon Valley, right? We are a California-based company, so we live and breathe that every day. So students get real-world skills, critical thinking, problem solving. How do companies, startups, or in this sector develop these skills? AI mastery, which is not only about learning about LLMs and the but actually understanding where to use them in a context of a corporate environment. International exposure, and of course, engagement and experience. A lot of these students, the best ones, some of them get work with us after that, if they are interested. Some of them work for our customers. Some of them do their own startups. Just to illustrate that, something concrete. So I'm a little bit of a mentor for some of these. So you can see here, I'm monitoring 71 participants. And if you look at the countries, they are common. Hazel, I think Hazel comes from, if I'm Jordan, maybe, or maybe Turkey. And you can see here, Arunima, I think, comes from India. We have Nondumiso, she comes from South Africa. So you can see from all corners of the world, and they get to work together. They get to understand each other. So I think that's an amazing capability that we have there. But we don't stop there. We also use the Innovation Hub for 200 SMEs in the country. So in this case, we are doing 40 SMEs every year. We host them, we do the workshops, we teach them how to use this technology so they can develop their own intellectual property and their own products based on this platform, which we think is the future. We, of course, have been working for many years with Fortune 500 companies, and they are not excluded. Mark grant funding, and Mark, that's another thing. We talked a little bit about the grants. We have a nonprofit that can help you support with grants. But we also are very much stressing the global community. So in this case, we have something called EON Experience Fest. We had one recently. Previously, we had one, for example, in Turkey. And that's where we actually meet and greet our partners from across the world, all the nationalities. And I think better than me, one of our board members, advisory board member, former president in Europe, can explain a little bit what this is all about.
Global company, and Istanbul is a global city. It's the meeting point of the world. And we saw yesterday and today how it all matches perfectly together. We came from all the continents, from all the different countries, and we are all experiencing what EON is all about, the mission and the vision of education for all.
So that's important for us. Now, what's the practical manifestation of that? Is the marketplace. I think I showed you that on the phone. So anyone, let's say if I am in Sri Lanka and I may not have a lot of money, but I have a lot of ideas and I have a lot of drive, then I can benefit from this platform, create courses, put them on the marketplace, put them here, and then generate revenues in the marketplace. So you can see here, there is, for example, introduction to microcomputers. There's a gentleman here that offers that course for $3, right? So you can buy it here. There's a whole experience preview here about what this course entails. And you can see videos. You can also look at the report, etc. Okay, on that note, I know we almost in 57 minutes. I want to thank you for your interest. if there are any more questions, which by the way, I'm sure that there will be, my recommendation is get in touch with us. If you want to reach out to me, you can do so. Let me just share that with you here. You can reach me either online, on LinkedIn. I'm using that. My email, it's here. You can take a screenshot of this. So Dan at EON Reality. You can also see my mobile number if there's something you want to reach out. We'd love to get in touch with you. And if you want to test this platform, you can also do that. There is a free version. You can download it. Just go to the App Store if you have Apple, Google Play, Windows, or if you have a Mac like I do, you can also download it there. On that note, thank you so much and see you soon. All the best. Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye-bye.